Hello to all my lovely nerds and nerdettes of the interwebs. My name is Brian, and this is God Save the Nerds, your source for all things nerd news. So, before I begin the show today, guys, I figured I'd give a quick explanation as to what happened regarding my 2-week hiatus here. A bit more is going on in life than I had anticipated, so I wanted to make sure that I was paying a bit more attention to what was going on there versus what was going on with the podcast here. So again, for that rather, I apologize, and I want to thank everyone for returning and viewing the podcast and getting all that nerd news you guys have all been accustomed to. So again, thank you so much, everybody, for your continued love and support. Let's go ahead and get these dice rolling here with our first story of the day. Now, one of the major things that are coming to prominence here in the nerd community as of late has been eSports. And the media is definitely wanting to capitalize on this growing trend with things like YouTube Red series is here. And Dan Harmon is going to be the guy who is going to be bringing us one such series. And for those of you guys who don't know who Dan Harmon is, he recently worked on the show Community, so he had a lot to do with that production. Now, the series here in question that Dan Harmon is producing is yet to be named, so we don't really know too much in terms of what they're calling this thing or what game is going to be featured if it's going to be a mainstream game. Now, the series, though, has been slated for 6 30-minute episodes, so we're going to be seeing quite a bit of this series here. And it is originally created by Michelle Moreau and Jesse Cox. So those two are going to be working in conjunction with Mr. Harmon to go ahead and put this thing into production here. Now, the stars of this series are going to be none other than the Game Grumps themselves, Aaron Hansen and Dan Avidan. So a lot of star power here regarding this series. You know, the Game Grumps are fairly popular these days, and for good reason. You know, they have a lot of great content. Now, the show is set to debut in 2017. A month hasn't been nailed down, but at least we've got the year. And it will be debuting on the Game Grumps YouTube Red channel once it debuts. So, again, lots to look forward to here with this new series. And, I really encourage you to check it out once it debuts, because I know I will, at least for a couple episodes, kind of give it a shot here. Now, moving over to our second story, one of the big things in 90s kids television was environmental awareness. Now, one of the big pioneers of this message was none other than Captain Planet, who basically fought pollution. That was his shtick. Now, Appian Way, who is owned by Leonardo DiCaprio and Paramount Pictures, are currently working in conjunction with one another to bring us a live action adaptation of Captain Planet. So yeah, we have a Captain Planet movie in the works. Super exciting stuff, and I've always wanted to see Captain Planet on the big screen. I think it'd be a fantastic idea. And at the moment, Appian and Paramount are currently working on acquiring the rights to the series from the series creators. So they haven't exactly locked down the rights yet, so they can't start production just yet. Now, on top of this, they're also working with contracts regarding the writers and director, and also the stars of the movie here, so they can lock everybody down, making sure that they're getting everybody compensated properly, and that everything runs as smoothly as possible. So, they're doing a lot of work here regarding this movie, and I really hope they succeed in acquiring those rights. Now, with that said, environmental awareness, I should say, is something that's very still prominent needed in today's time as it was 30 years ago, almost. So, we have a lot to look forward to here with Captain Planet being a thing, and I, for one, am definitely looking forward to this. So, yeah. Now, with that said, let's move on back from memory lane from almost 30 years ago, back to the present, and we have some great Walking Dead news here. They've been renewed for an 8th season. So yeah, we have a lot to look forward to after the 7th season has been completed here. And it was announced during The Walking Dead: The Journey So Far. So they had a documentary on the show, and there was some scrolling text on the bottom of the screen, and there you have it. Season 8 right there. So lots to look forward to here, guys. Now, with that said, be sure to go ahead and check out the premiere of Season 7 on AMC this Sunday at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, if you haven't already got your calendar marked. So yeah, go ahead and check it out, guys. And yeah, great news coming from the zombie camp here. Now, going over to cinema news, Rogue One has been fairly busy. They recently released some new production art revolving around the movie, and these posters look absolutely amazing. They're face shots of our heroes and villain here, and they're all covered with Death Star schematics, so that's pretty cool looking. If you guys are looking to the left of me here, I've got Jyn Erso pasted, her poster that was released, and she's looking as badass and determined as ever with, Death Star schematics all over her face. So that's pretty cool, right? Lots of cool stuff. Now, also, there were some recent Facebook posts that gave us a bit more light on the personalities of each major character. So Jyn's personality is described via Facebook as a checkered past and a greater cause. So we can pretty much infer from that is that she was a bit of a criminal, before she became a rebel and decided to go ahead and go after the Death Star plans here. That's her greater cause, of course. Now, the villain for Rogue One is none other than director Orson Krennic, and he's described as cruel, brilliant, and obsessed. all perfect qualities for a great Imperial officer. We have a cruel taskmaster who likes to make sure that work gets done. He's brilliant, so that means he's a tactician. Very intelligent guy here, and he's obsessed. He wants to track down those plans and make sure that the Death Star is completed on time so the Emperor doesn't fry his brain. So yeah, lots to look forward to here revolving around Rogue One. And if you like the picture of Jyn up here, you guys are more than welcome to go and seek out all the other posters. Lots of cool stuff to look forward to. And yeah, be sure to go ahead and check out Rogue One once it debuts this December. I know I am, in fucking IMAX no less. I love Star Wars, and I definitely encourage you guys to check out the new movie here. Now, moving on over to our last story, lots of Marvel updates here revolving around the Defenders and Black Panther. So, working titles have been released for the both series respectively, the Black Panther movie and the Defenders series here that's going to be released to Netflix, and this was released via Production Weekly. Now, the Defenders series title is currently Group Therapy. So, yeah, I think that's a perfect title because you're going to be having all sorts of superheroes coming together to form another superhero team like we've come to see. Now, the Defenders will be featuring Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist. So, yeah, a bit of an interesting group dynamic if you're looking at it from the outside coming in. So, yeah, we have a lot to look forward to come Defenders here. Now, the working title for the Black Panther movie is currently Motherland. Now, that makes perfect sense, because Black Panther has a deep-seated love for his country of Wakanda, and, obviously that's where he's going to be, because at the end of Age of Ultron, the end of the most recent Captain America movie, he was seen in his home country of Wakanda as T'Challa, so he wasn't in his Black Panther outfit. So, yeah, we definitely have a lot to look forward to there as well. Now, with that said, going back to Defenders here, Sigourney Weaver is set to play the major villain for the team here for at least the first season, so I don't exactly know how they're going to break that down. I don't know if they're going to have like a new villain every season, but for the time being, Sigourney Weaver is going to be playing that role, so I'm really interested to see just who they put up against this team. Be it, one of their arch nemesis or, just like some typical guy or, in this case, a woman looking for revenge or something of the nature, Now, revolving around production times here, Black Panther is set to be produced in January of next year. So coming up here, that's when they're going to start filming and production. Now, the Defender series, no production information has been released as of yet. So we have yet to know what's going on with that. Now, Black Panther will be debuting in theaters come July 6th, 2018. So they're going to be taking all of next year to make sure that this movie is properly filmed, edited, and the like. So yeah, definitely lots to look forward to here from Marvel as well. And yeah, just a whole bunch of great news here coming up here, guys. Yeah, just lots of shit to look forward to as far as our eyes are concerned. And yeah, that is the show. So I really hope you guys enjoyed tuning in as you have been one to do in the past. And be sure to go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the channel if you guys like the content you see and want to see more come the future. And be sure to go ahead and keep your eyes open for future top 10 lists coming out here in the future. I'm still working up some topics there for those. And yeah, that's it. My name is Brian. This has been God Save the Nerds, and I really hope you guys learned something today. And I'm signing out until next week.